Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to present to you Dr. John Smarrelli, Jr., President of Christian Brothers University. Dr. Smarrelli.
Thank you very much. Brother Francis Carr, members of the Lasallian Brothers, Bishop Steig, members of the Board of Trustees, past presidents of Christian Brothers University, Mr. Lance Forsdick, Brothers Terrence McLaughlin, Bernard Lococo, Stan Sopcich, Honorary Myron Lowry, Honorable A.C. Wharton, Honorable Steve Cohen, Jesuit colleagues, including Father Charles Curry, President of the Association of Jesuit Colleges and Universities, Presidents and Chancellors, delegates, CBU alumni, invited guests, students, faculty and staff, friends and colleagues from Memphis, dear friends from Syracuse and Lemoyne College, members of my family present, including my father John, my Aunt Teresa, 3 siblings, Connie, Annie, and Bob and their respective spouses, my niece Tracy and her husband. Thank you for joining me in this celebration of faith, service, and community, core values so vital to the future and past and present of Christian Brothers University. At this time, I wish to offer my wife, Eloise, a loving thank you for all of your unconditional love, support, guidance, and friendship over the past 34 years of our marriage. You have been with me at every step along the journey that Dr. Schlachter so eloquently described, a journey that I could not have taken without you. I wish to acknowledge my 3 wonderful children who have traveled with us through this world of higher education. Christina, who has been with us almost from the beginning, through our days in graduate school, and 3 additional states prior to arriving in Tennessee. To Nick, who joined the journey in Virginia, who has taken on a partner this year in lovely wife Caitlin. And to Liz, who joined us in Illinois and is now attending law school in Pennsylvania. Thank you, children, for keeping me humble and for the balance you have maintained in my life. I love you all very much. The inauguration is also a tribute to my mother, such a driving force in my life, who now is with the Lord, pushing God to greater levels of excellence, as she did me. I would like to add a second tribute, and that's to Brother Vincent, former president of CBU, who died tragically in office last year. God works in mysterious ways, and I'm here now. Father Tom Condon, thank you for bringing us back to our roots, where CBU's first president, Brother Marillion, was inaugurated at this lovely venue of St. Peter's Church. What better place for CBU's first permanent president to be inaugurated? Special thanks go to Brother Lewis and Brother Robert and to the hardworking inauguration team who assembled and implemented the events of this inauguration, showcasing this wonderful university. Although I previously mentioned his name, I'd like to offer special recognition to Mr. Lance Forsdick, a CBU alum who left me with a university upon which to build and who truly embodies all that a Lasallian education has to offer. You have been a friend, colleague, and mentor, and for that I will always be grateful. A second recognition goes to Father Charlie Byrne, the 11th president of Lemoyne College, today's inauguration Mass celebrant, who taught me by example that the foundation of every institution lies in its mission, and whose life actions have always been dictated by adherence to that mission, as difficult and unpopular as those actions may be. When I reflect upon both Lance and Charlie's presence at this event, I find myself in an interesting position of having 2 of my immediate presidential predecessors and 3 former CBU presidents at this venue at one time. Some very large shoes to fill, indeed. This is a significant moment in the history of Christian Brothers University. This inauguration also delineates my first 100 days as CBU's president. These days have been filled with much listening, with the infamous donut tours, visiting every department on campus, meeting with faculty in groups of 3 and 4, and becoming an active member of the Memphis community. During this first 100 days, I've had the opportunity to witness the core values upon which this institution stands by proudly observing the actions of members of the CBU community, its students led by Student Government President Ken Latta, its gifted and committed faculty, staff, and administrators. It is no coincidence that faith, service, and community remain as significant now as they did when the university was founded in 1871. And these core values are evident in the daily lives of our nearly 12,000 alumni. What stories did I hear during these listening sessions? Here are just a few. I heard the journey of Joseph Atom, one of the lost boys of Sudan, who came to CBU from Sudan and with limited English and mathematics background, but with the support of CBU faculty and a generous scholarship from a benefactor, graduated with a degree in mechanical engineering and is currently employed at FedEx. I heard the amazing story of a CBU business major, Travis Hill, who donated his kidney to a lifelong friend, Roberto Lawson, and was quoted as saying, "He doesn't owe me anything, just to live." I heard the story about Dr. Melinda Fitzgerald, professor of biology, who has spoken around the world of her research in neuroscience, who regularly places students at St. Jude's and other sites in the area to do research projects, who has obtained a multi-million-dollar grant to send students to Brazil and to Thailand and to Uganda as part of a minority health international training program. One of Melinda's favorite quotes is from Einstein: "Live to learn, learn to live, and then teach others." I heard the story about Dr. Rosa Dio, CBU's first woman faculty member, who began her teaching career in 1961. She has taught numerous languages, and although now retired, still remains a driving force behind CBU's push toward enhancing quality and excellence in the arts and in the languages, while remaining very, very close to the LaSallian Christian Brothers and to CBU. To quote Rosa, "I came to campus to talk about my son's class and remained there for a lifetime to teach." CBU has brought the best in students like Michelle Perry, mother of 5, the first woman to complete the biochemical engineering program at the young age of 41. I heard about CBU's Lance program, where young men and women are called to service to dedicate 2 years of their lives to helping others in Catholic schools in the Diocese of Memphis, while living in communities, sharing practical responsibilities, providing social support, and praying together. And finally, I heard about a cross-country team with 10 members who are on the Gulf South Conference honor roll, multiple All-South regional honorees, and an NCAA All-American. What makes them so distinctive as CBU students is they formed a rock band, performed at the disaster relief fundraiser, and at the annual CBU Christmas tree lighting, and have raised funds for CBU for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. Talk about going the extra mile. Stories such as these pervade the fabric of CBU. They exemplify the foundations of faith, service, and community. To quote Flannery O'Connor in a recent America article, "Stories are not considered quite as satisfying as statements, and statements not quite as satisfying as statistics. But in the long run, a people is known not by its statements and statistics, but by the stories it tells."